Laia is finally out, guys, and she is the new limited waifu on the block. And let's just say her animations and her design looks amazing, and she's also a pretty powerful unit in herself. Now, she's an Earth Warrior. She is limited, so you do want to try to pick her up, because if you miss her on this banner, you probably won't be able to get her on a rerun for about a year and a half or so. Unless they, of course, run her in that custom triple banner, which comes out, I'd say, like twice a year. But nonetheless, in the current meta, she's a very valuable unit to have because she's really good at countering the very toxic openers in Lua and Noggle. So let's actually look at her skills very quickly so you guys can understand why she's so good against those two units. And that's because of her S3. You're going to see her S3 is basically similar to Tamarin's, where it'll start on cooldown. And when you actually get this up, you're going to want to use it pretty much right away because it's super strong. You're going to see this S3. It is going to give her an extra turn. It's a single target attack that will actually recover her health when she kills an enemy with it. This penetrates the target's defense and cannot trigger a critical hit. This does a ton of damage. This damage will actually scale with her max HP, so you can just build her on full health and pretty much full speed, and she'll be able to do a ton of damage while being very tanky when you use this S3. Also, you're going to see when this S3 is not available, her skill cooldowns are reduced by 1 at the start of every turn. So this is very good against Lua and Noggle because of the fact that if they actually push back her skill cooldowns, like her S2, you'll actually be resetting that anyways. And you're going to see why this is very important when we actually look at her S2. So yeah, this skill is very strong. Basically, you have this up after 3 turns because it is a 6-turn cooldown once you get this to +3. And then at the end of every turn, you're actually going to decrease your skill cooldowns furthermore by 1 more turn. So it's going to be 6 divided by 2, which is 3 turns. I know, my math is crazy. That's very good because if you actually get pushed back by Noggle or Lua, you're going to see your S2 is going to be a full cleanse from all of her allies and a full, or not a full, but 25% CR push for her entire team, and also decrease skill cooldowns of all her allies. And if you actually push your team's cooldowns back, you can actually just have Laia just push it back up. So pretty much negates Noggle and Lua. And even if you soul burn with them to ignore effect resist, it doesn't matter because Laia does not care about it. She'll still be able to actually, get that S2 back up with this S3 cooldown reduction, and then actually push her team up as well while reducing their skill cooldowns as well. So very strong counter to those two units, and she's just going to be very, very strong because of the fact that she can counter pretty much 2 of the most toxic openers in the game. And you don't really need effect resist on her to counter those units because honestly, even if you get sealed by Noggle, it doesn't matter, or binded. And you can't really get swept by Lua, right? Once you get 50% in, because she's Earth. Because she's Earth, Lua has to actually land that 50% check. So if you want effect resist, it's up to you, but most likely you probably don't need too much on her. Then we have her S1, pretty strong attack, Sing With Me. It is going to be a single target attack that increases her own CR. And when her S3 is not available, it's on cooldown, right? You'll actually trigger a dual attack from a random ally, and we always know how strong this effect is. Dual attacks from random allies with like Conquer Lace and stuff like that, you can see it's super strong, so this is a very powerful ability. It'll allow her to do more damage indirectly. It's super strong because it allows her to do a good chunk of damage every turn if she's not, S2ing or S3ing indirectly with this forced dual attacks. Very powerful. I think this unit is a very, very good unit to pick up. She will be very good against those toxic openers. I would say she's kind of required to play World Arena right now because Noggle and Lua are very, very prominent there. And with this unit, you can counter them and make them force banner. And she's just very good in Guild Wars offense and Arena offense if you face those units, which you'll find a lot on defense teams. So a pretty must-have unit right now. And she looks amazing animation-wise and design-wise. Pretty waifu, so I don't see why you wouldn't pull for her. Next, we have her artifact, Sweet Miracle. Warrior exclusive because she's a warrior. She'll get flat health increase, and you're also going to see at the start of the turn she has a chance to decrease debuff durations of the caster by 1 turn, going up to 100% chance, and this can activate once every 3 turns. So this will be very good against like Angel of Lights and Zeos. If Zeos try to silence her, this will be very good as well. The only thing I hate about this is you don't get the 100% chance unless it's maxed out. And Smilegate has this thing where they don't really like to give you 100% chances unless you have the artifact maxed, especially for limiteds because it's kind of scummy. Same thing with like Ben and Maro's Tachi, right? This is very good on like strays. You don't get the max chance for attack buff. You don't guarantee that attack buff unless you have this maxed out. Same thing for something like Rocket Punch Gauntlet. You need 100% chance on this to be consistent, and you need to max this out. And we have it again with Sweet Miracle, which is super annoying. This powerful effect is kind of gated behind money. You need to have this maxed out to be consistent. If you don't have this maxed on her, she can't be a reliable counter to like Zeos and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty annoying, but I'd say even at 75% chance, which is what it'll be at plus 15, still worth having on her. If you get screwed over by RNG, just blame Smilegate and blame RNG. If you're a whale and you get this maxed out, it'll be very powerful for her. Definitely a unit I definitely recommend pulling for. She is amazing in the current meta, and her artifact looks pretty good as well. Me personally, I'm probably going to use all my Sky Stones and try to get more copies of this artifact because, yeah, this is very powerful when it's maxed out. You definitely want to make sure you buy at least one copy from the Powder of Knowledge shop. And if for some reason Laia becomes super giga broken, maybe you want to use your Powder of Knowledge on it because it is a limited artifact. But for now, I think one copy will do and make her do her job. She's mainly a Lua and Noggle counter, and her artifact doesn't really require that, right? It can actually help her take off that sleep from Lua or even like some other debuffs or silence from Noggle, which is very nice. But I think it is going to be hard to get this maxed out if you're free to play. So just try to get at least one copy from the Powder of Knowledge shop at the least. And later on, if she ends up being very broken, maybe you want to pull for more copies. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this should you pull video. Laia is definitely a powerful unit. You definitely want to go for her. Also buy her artifact. One of the better limiteds we've had recently. So you definitely want to make sure you try to get her. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see more content like this, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.